Hello and welcome to Fulton Street Beats. Today is really cool. We're going to do a lot of unboxings. Most of the parts for the Yngwie Malmsteen Strat build have came in, with exception of, well, of an important one, the neck. The neck is being built. I think it's already been built and it's in the process of getting here, so it should be here shortly, hopefully. But literally everything else has arrived. So we're going to unbox a lot of this stuff and you're going to see it for the first time. A couple of these things I've already taken out quickly to make sure it wasn't damaged, and some actually just arrived. And make sure you keep following because we're going to be unboxing another Stratocaster style guitar shortly within the next couple of videos. Just also arrived. I wasn't expecting it today. I was actually expecting it last week, but it did arrive today. Hopefully it's not damaged. We'll do an unboxing of that soon, so make sure to hit that notification bell. And without any further ado, let's get to this. Now, we're going to start with the small stuff. We'll work our way to the big stuff. This is fun for me because we're trying to build a Yngwie Malmsteen Strat on a budget of $500 or less. I'm not even sure if I've met that yet because I haven't really tallied it. I got a kind of an idea, but I think we've met it, but I'm not sure. We'll know by the time we're done because who knows, maybe I'll need some extra things. So let's start. Let's go over here. And I'm going to reach down and I have a lot of stuff down here. So let's start with this package here and see what we got here. So some of the stuff I'm not even sure what it is. So this is the lightest one. We'll go with this one. Okay, so what we have here is a Fender brass nut, and it's not polished or anything. Now, I'm going to give you prices of this stuff if I can as we go here. So let me see what this brass nut costs. Let's see what this thing costs. I don't want to put too much in the video here. Let's see. We got the brass nut was, and here it is. And it is cut. Now, is it cut correctly? Probably going to require a little bit of shaping. $14.11. That's 22% off of this right now. Regular $17.99 Amazon. I will leave links in the description for this stuff. It will be an affiliate link if you're interested. And yeah, pretty cool. So it will need to be polished. It is curved. How is it going to fit the new neck? I don't know yet because it's not here. But an actual Fender part, as you can see. And it is 1 5/8 by 3/16 by 1/8, and that is the size. So hopefully that fits. But cool stuff right there. You guys want to see it better? There you are. You can see it's, I don't know, it looks cut pretty good, so we'll have to see. I have a feeling everything needs a little modification by the time you get around to it. But this is an exciting day for me, so I'm gonna sit that right there. Let's go down to this one here. Oh, that's the package I just threw down. There we go. So this, you know what? Let's just do this. There we go. This is the Fender tuners, and these are actually the tuners that come on the Yngwie Malmsteen Strat, and these run with tax here $58.53, $54.19. Is what they cost. They're Fender's 70s F-style tuning machines, set of 6. And as you can see, there's a couple popped out of the holes here. They appear to be very nice. Let's open them up, pull one out, check it out, see what we got here. Yeah, I ended up using a lot of authentic Fender parts. Am I missing something here? We got, no, there we go. 1. And the furls are here. I have 2. And we'll pull these out, take a peek at them. Yeah, very nice feeling. Nice feeling tuners. Vintage style, and this is what is on an Yngwie Strat. So pretty cool. So I tried to get a lot of the original things if the budget could afford it. As many as I could. So it seems to work out nicely. There's our screws. And hopefully everything comes together and fits well. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the side here. And then, you know what? Let's do the thing you guys are waiting for. Let's check out this body. So this body, let me get to my page here. This body is from GuitarFetish, and this is an XGP body in here. There should be a couple other parts in here also. Now let me read to you about GuitarFetish, well, their description of this. Now, I've never dealt with GuitarFetish before, and quite honestly, after seeing some of their online reviews, man, it's scary because a lot of people don't like them. A lot of people have had really bad experiences with them, so I don't know. They don't know me. I don't know them. So this is just an order that I have done. We'll see if the quality is decent, but let me read this description to you. XGP represents the very best quality parts that we can source at the very lowest prices. XGP necks and bodies are reproductions of the USA-made guitars from the 50s and 60s, made from premium alder or ash. These are designed to fit parts taken off USA-made guitars and USA spec replacement parts. We sell a full and complete lineup of USA spec parts that fit perfectly with all XGP necks and bodies. And it says, we suggest you compare these to much more expensive bodies and necks made in Japan and in the USA. Every part here is the result of a lot of hard work, and we hand inspect the wood and use only the highest quality hardwoods. XGP gives you a chance to purchase a very high quality part below USA wholesale prices. We sell warehouse direct, no middleman, no sales reps, no trade shows. So they do toot their horn on this. So let's see exactly what this is. And hopefully it meets our expectations. So bubble wrap, of course. And I'll tell you what the body cost before we even get, you know what, let me tell you after. Let's pull this out. And I do have some other things in here that actually are going to come out also. So let me pull these out, put them to the side here, and we'll get to those in a second. And let's see if I can throw this in without hitting the camera. We've done it. Okay, here's our body. And what I can tell you, it feels like a Strat body. Not super light, but not super heavy. We should be good to go there. And of course, if it's an Yngwie Strat, this should be in a cream color. At least that's what I ordered. And let's pull it out and see exactly what we got here. Anything in the box? Nope, nothing in the box. Now, let's just check this out. Okay. So, looks like a decent body so far. I'm going to go over this a little bit because this is the most important. This is the visual part of this build that really is going to stand out, right? So what I do notice is the routing is very nice. It does have paint in the inside. We're going to end up shielding this anyhow. There's a little, you can see it here, right here around the jack here, but that won't show because the jack's going to go in there. But I just want to show you any imperfections. The base of the guitar, the finish of the guitar overall on the top looks pretty good. I do see a part that might be a little iffy. Okay, our neck is going to hang over here. There's a little spot right here that would be covered by the neck. And we're going to go to the back. Some compound on it still. Back is really, really nice. It's pre-drilled for the neck. The edges are super nice. A little compound in it still, but very, very nice. Okay, so flaws that I see nothing around the edges. The color is spot on. Is exactly what I want. The shape is just really close to what I want. Now, a real Malmsteen guitar would have this part here, would be a little more of an angle. This is your traditional Strat shape. Yngwie's is a little different. A lot of people don't know that. It'd be a little more of an angle, not an angle, more of a slope here. It would start back here farther and taper in. Now, one thing I do notice is right here on this edge where the cream color meets, right here, it doesn't roll up in over where it should. So I'm probably going to see that. So I'm definitely going to have to take care of that a little bit. Now, how's the neck cut right here? I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know on the nature of the beast. When the neck gets here, we'll find out how it fits. Hopefully it fits good. If I have to do any modification, we'll do it. If we have to do any mock-ups first, you know, of course we're going to have to. But so what's this body cost? Cost $89, guys. It's a nice body. It really is. I can't complain because it's a decent body. The finish is really, really nice. Like I said, I'm nitpicking, but it's an $89 body. And most of anything that you see that isn't quite perfect, and I'm nitpicking. And I see like the little spot right here that isn't quite perfect. That's going to be covered up. So speaking of covered up, so let's unbox our other stuff. So I ordered a new banana jack. And here that is, and it comes with a new input and everything. So I'm going to sit this here just to see how it covers. And see exactly what we got here. Yeah, so that covers it very nicely. It's never going to show. That's a very nice plating on that too. That's actually a super, super nice looking jack. And very inexpensive for the jack. The jack was $5.45, and you get the actual jack itself plus the output plate, which is really cool. Okay, so everything new there, very cool. Stick this back in the thing. But what else we got? What else do we got over here? Well, I needed a bridge, and after looking at the prices of the Fender bridges, for an authentic American style Fender bridge at $130 to $170, I wasn't going to do it. And this is pretty cool right here. So this is a USA spaced solid block tremolo brass block, $44.95, also through GuitarFetish. I'm hoping the quality of this plating is fantastic. That's what I'm hoping. It's got some heft to it, and I'm going to show you a difference in trims here, just so you can get an idea of what a brass block will do. But so here's our springs and our claws and all of our mounting hardware. And then here is our actual tremolo, and with a big fat brass block on it. Now, and then we have our bar here, okay? So I think what you're really paying for on this is this big fat brass block. So let's weigh this thing and see exactly what it weighs. Okay, now I'm going to polish this brass up, of course. I was expecting it to be a little bit not as scratched up, or maybe even in a box, but so we got 13.25 ounces. So 13.25 ounces. Okay, so very stout. Now I'm going to give you that against one of the heavier ones that I have here, which is this one. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I want to check the spacing on this because and make sure that that's an American space bridge. These two are not. So we got 13.25 ounces versus 7.95 ounces. So that's the difference a brass block makes. And I'm just going to check the spacing of these holes. And yes, that is an American spaced bridge. Yeah, it definitely is. Now, but I will tell you, I'm not impressed with the plating on it. This is a metric spaced bridge with better plating than this bridge. But it is stout. I say better plating. It just a better fit and finish, but I like the style of these better. So we're going to roll with what they gave us. I know I'm nitpicking again, but who's gonna do that, right? Got to make sure. Let's get that in there. So there's going to sit in there about like that, and I'm trying not to scratch up the guitar any, but there we go. It's going to look decent. Then we have our bar, which is going to screw in there, and I believe that these all should be different threads also. Yes, I'm just checking this with my metric spec stuff. But there we go. So we're really painting for that brass block on this and that vintage style saddle. Okay, very cool. Let's get this out of here. Sit this to the side. We're going to polish that up though. Set that to the side and move along a little more here. Here, let's do this. Figure that out. A lot to deal with today. Set that down here. Now, we got more. This is the loaded pickguard that I had done for me. And this is by a company called Lamsam, Lamsam. You can find these guys on Amazon, and I'm going to leave a link. Now, they're made in China. They're pre-wired, and they look pretty impressive. Now, I gave them a holler, and they did this up to the specs that I wanted. So, let's see what we got here. Now, I don't have my multimeter with me right now. We'll do that when we start building it. But here we go. Here is our loaded pickguard. Oh, nice. And also we have a trem cavity. Wow, this is the pickguard in the cavity plate. I don't know. I can't describe it to you. Of course, you can't feel it. This quality. You can tell just by the heft of it. Very nice. 3-ply. There's our screws. And here's our pickguard. Now, we're going to be changing a few things about this, such as the knobs and stuff eventually, but let's just check this out. Now, I gave them the specs that I wanted for these, so hopefully it meets them. So, pickguard, got plastic over it, but yeah, it's nice. So you're not seeing really any scratches on it, guys. This is just a film that's over it, but the pickguard's cut really, really nice. Super nice switching. Super nice feeling pot so far. Yes, now let's flip this over. Check this out, guys. Yes, look at this. Look at this wiring. Look at this capacitor, and look at this switch. This is really nice. This is done very, very, very well. Wow, very impressive. So let me pull up my notes here, and I can tell you exactly kind of what we got here. They've done a very, very good job here. Super nice wiring job. Wow, fantastic soldering. And as you can see on these pickups, the winding was that they show it off. This is transparent, and you can see right through it. They actually show off their winding. All their wires are loomed, held together. Yeah, this is impressive. What I'm really impressed with too is the plate. The plate is super, super nice. So let's do this here. Let's put our body up here and see exactly how it fits in here. Let's see if it's gonna drop right in like it's supposed to, which I have a feeling it will. I just want to make sure I'm not scratching anything here. There we, oh yes. Super, super nice. Yeah, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Now let's get our thing in here. Look at this, guys. Look at this. That's beautiful. Super nice. Yeah, pretty impressed. And wherever our jack went. Anyhow, then we have, well, simple things like our new string trees. Very heavy duty string trees. That's nice. Glad we got that. And then we have our genuine Fender neck plate and neck screws. I'm glad we have those too. This stuff's all was pretty inexpensive. So the build's coming together pretty inexpensively. This loaded pickguard right. So here we go. it was $48.26 for this loaded pickguard. But wait till I give you the values. We have a 7.5K on the neck, an 8.5 on the middle, and then 9 on the bridge. Very cool. Very, very cool. And I'm going to read a little bit about this. 5-way blade pickup, a 600 orange drop capacitor, and 3-ply pick guard with large back shielding for Fender Stratocaster series guitars with 11 mounting holes. They did a really, really good job on this. I am really impressed with this pick guard. The cut of the pick guard's outstanding. Can't wait to get this thing on and dialed in. We're going to be changing a couple things, such as these knobs. They're going to be going cream. We're going to be changing these pickup covers. They're going to be going cream. We're missing a few things, such as we're missing strings because we're going to be doing the Yngwie gauge strings, official Yngwie strings. We're going to be doing a strap, which is going to be the Tiger strap. Going to be cool. It's going to be awesome. Very, very excited. Let's, you know what? Check out this backing plate really quick before we run out of time here. And guys, if you haven't seen the video of the differences between a counterfeit and a fake, make sure you click on that video here, because really cool, a lot of enlightenment. You might walk away with new eyes on what exactly that means, because what we're building right now is a fake. We're building a fake, not a counterfeit, because it's not exactly the same, but it's a fake. And yeah, wow. I don't think I've ever had, I don't think I'd ever make a big deal about material for your covers or your scratch plates, but these are really top quality. These are better than anything I've ever felt. They're just quality, and the cut is exquisite. Exquisite. Is that a word you can use for a pick guard? No, it is. Very impressive. Super, super impressive. Tell me what you think, guys. What do you think? We got a lot of money into it right now, right? And it's gonna looks like it's gonna come together quite nicely, and I think it's gonna pull off the look. And I got a feeling it's gonna play like a mother. So, yeah, I'm excited. If you could, guys, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Pass this video along. And, man, remember, it is rock and roll that makes the world go round. And look at all this fun. Wait! We have one more thing. I almost forgot. That's why we do things off the cuff here. We have one more thing. All right, are you ready? Official Dunlop flush mount strap locks. That's right. We actually drilled a hole in the body for these, just like Yngwie's, and they sit flush mounted. That's right. These locks sit flush mounted in a hole that we're going to drill. These are really, really cool, and that's what he uses, Dunlop. So we're getting really pretty true to form. $19.32 is what they cost, total shipped with a tax. $17.89. Once again, links in the description. A lot of this stuff is from Amazon, and that's what I wanted to do, is build a guitar that you guys can build too, that you can pull off and have an outstanding guitar for as little money as possible. That is the purpose of this build. So, man, I hope we're going to do it. I hope we succeed. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.